Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We are back with a new episode. There is a new challenge in town. Season 41. This is not a
We
spinoff
on
or anything.
we
This
on
is a
41.
this is the actual season of the challenge. And this
That's for
is
in
Vets
new
versus New
threats.
Threats.
It's not even
Okay.
verses, it's vets and new threats.
Threats, I'm sorry, Vets and New Threats. And I'm excited to see it. I hope it is not similar to that one season where they had like all the rookies and all they did was basically let the
39.
vets win. What
No.
was that? Rookies
That
versus
was
I don't remember.
39, battle for a new champ. No,
No,
that
it
was
was
Spice
38.
Lies and Allies.
It was
It was
like
whatever
37.
Priscilla that season
Yeah.
Priscilla and them was on. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was 37 to 38, and they basically just let all the vets win because they're fans of the show. So they literally was like, "Oh, CT, Johnny, we love you. Take it home. Take the money." So hopefully these new threads are like actually real threads. I come in every season with one winner in mind, but I do still want to see a challenge.
Yeah.
So hopefully this season is good.
I will say this isn't the pool of people that I would have selected from. Like, don't get me wrong, some people are good, but some of them I'm like, I don't know. Some deserve to be here, but I don't know. We'll get into it. And then also some of the threads. Also, when I was doing our presentation, I felt like there was a lot of females here, but I'm pretty sure it's an even number. But it just seemed like a lot of female competitors. I don't know. It just seemed like the male side was kind of off this season. But let's get into it with the first one being Anissa. So Anissa, this is her 20th season. She's I mean, she's Anissa at this point. I mean, there's not really I wanna I wanna root for her, but she just I don't know. It's just it never gives what, I think she's supposed to be giving.
Yeah.
But she is one of the longest running females on the franchise. So outside of that, I mean, the only thing she has for her is her reputation, but I think that also hinders her a lot as well.
Yeah, Anissa being known as a vet is like, yeah, like you said, it's a is it catch 22? It's like good and bad in the sense of it's good for her because she comes in with alliance that can help with her game, friendships that help through push her through the game, but also Anissa has like some type of stigma attached as well that people are like, well, I don't want her to be my partner. I'm not gonna do this because they think that she might not, that she won't win or whatever. So then they have prejudged her in that sense. But I think the challenge producers or whoever really likes Anissa, and I think as far as social game, she has a good social game, which is why she comes back every year and she does last for a good while.
Yeah. So we'll see how she does. So next up we have Ashley Million Dollar Mitchell.
Mm,
This is her 11th season. She has 2 wins under her belt.
mm.
Um yeah, Ashley is known for kind of being um a polarizing figure in the challenge fandom or in the challenge um game. She has like a fierce attitude, but with that is a lot of drama.
Can
And
I
she's
say
kind of unpredictable.
these cast photos are just
Yeah,
why are
some
they
of them I was
challenging
like,
in
what
this
the
running
hell?
position?
I don't know if they were supposed to like, hey, catch the ball or some of them. Some of them, I don't know. Yeah,
It looks so crazy.
yeah. I guess
I
it's
always
better
like
than just the one thing in the backdrop and
they should have just had them standing, like looking tough like
yeah.
they always do. Why did they have to do this? But I always like Ashley. I don't care. And some people have been like Ashley's a snake. She stole the money from Hunter. Don't agree. So that's that. I don't agree with that. There was no way she should have took that money that season. But um, I like Ashley, and she seems to always she'd be ready to come as far as like being ready to be in the challenge. However, because so many people have opinions about Ashley, the downside for her is that people don't be wanting to work with her because they have like image in their head of her. So they like I think she's like similar in the opposite of Anissa.
Yeah.
Like she
And
doesn't
then
have the social as much because people don't want to work for her because of that. But yeah.
yeah. And then we just saw both of them on All Stars as well as rivals. So I'm pretty sure some of that will linger on into this season.
Mm,
Speaking of someone else we just saw, we have Aviv back. This is her second main season.
mm.
No, this is her third main season, I want to say, and she's a one-time winner.
Yeah, I like Aviv. I think last season, if I'm thinking right, is where she more so made a name for herself in the game. If I remember the right
But she on
one.
All Stars of the main season.
That's what I'm trying to remember because she was with Darrell the first time, and then I don't know. Do you know these seasons blend together? They all basically the main season. They have the same people on them,
No, I think it
so
was
I
All
don't know if
Stars
that was All Stars or the main
because it
season.
was with Rachel.
It might have been All Stars. It
Yeah,
might have been
no,
All Stars.
no, it was Battle of the Seasons, Battle of the Eras because it was with Rachel and she ended up going the wrong way and DQing herself. So yeah, that was main season.
Yeah, I like Aviv. I think most people like Aviv in the house. So social game is good. And I think she's athletic as a challenger. And she is from like older seasons.
Mhm.
But so I think she's like truly, truly a vet, OG, whatever you want to call it. So yeah.
But I also think because of that, I don't think. I mean, she played with some people last season, but she would have to rely heavily on the vets, or because if I don't under because it's
She
not
doesn't know as many of
versus.
the younger or newer people because her season was so far away, and then the
Yeah,
newer season that she was on is so it's such a big gap where all these people came that she doesn't know.
yeah. So, and that's the thing with this season because it doesn't say versus new threats. I don't know if they're playing. I hope they don't do them partners, but I don't know if
The partners.
they. I don't know if it's threats or vets versus the new threats, or they just play one game and whoever wins, whether it be a vet or new threat, and then like there's no verses in it, so I don't think they're going against each other. So I think it's an independent game, and if that is the case, I feel like she would have to kind of build new bridges with some of the rookies because I
Mhm.
don't think with the particular vets that we have, they play the same style that she does. And then also, I think it would end up biting her because the vets you can't trust, especially this crop of vets. You can't trust them. But also, was she one of the Johnny Angels?
Yes, I think so because it was her.
Rachel, Jenny, and her.
Yeah, maybe. But
So if I'm recalling correctly, if she was, then she do have bananas back in the house. So, I mean, I guess that would help out for her. But next up, we have Cara Maria. This is her 17th season. Um, Cara
Carl,
is,
Carl's always,
she
yeah, she's always my number one for the women.
I don't know. I feel like last season Kara wasn't playing the game like we know Kara to play the game. I feel
Hmm.
like it took again. I don't know if that was all because these seasons are starting to blend together. I don't know if that was all stars on the main season, but she didn't play like a Kara challenge. She was very, not necessarily docile, but she took the back seat.
Hmm.
That was rivals because it was her and Laurel, and they had that whole little arc. But so yeah, I think she kind of I just want to see Kara play the game, and if this is an individual game, she would definitely have to rely heavily on some of the newer players because I don't think she has anyone in the house outside of Derek potentially,
Yeah, I'm hoping.
and maybe
Yeah,
CT.
yeah, CT. Yeah, her and CT are always cool, generally from what I've seen.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna be rooting for Kyra. Let's see who else we have. But from what I'm seeing now, I'm gonna be rooting for Kyra. for the
So
women.
speaking of, next up we
Speaking
have
of my
the
number one, my number one draft pick.
we have CT, 21 challenges, 5 wins. I mean, what is there to say? I mean, if y'all don't,
Yeah, I love CT. I always hope for TC. I always hope for CT to win, and he generally does win when he is put in the house. Mostly, I mean, he's a good competitor. He's like kind of all around, one of the most all around players. But also, he wins because reputation, like reputation, is very important. It has been very important in the challenge, and people don't even want to like tried to challenge him because of his reputation.
yeah,
So I just love CT.
yeah.
And so
You-
so he does with the new threats to see if they are willing to try
they-
to challenge CT because in the past they have not been willing.
I don't see none of them taking CT down. Like, if you want to swing for CT, you better swing and hit, because yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to, like, he needs to be the first name they say. Not like, granted, not for us. Of course, we want to see CT, but if
But
they
for
want a
them,
chance
if
to
they
win,
wanted to win, if they
yeah,
wanted to win early in the game, first challenge CT.
like,
But they're not gonna do that first challenge. That's gotta be a really bold rookie to do something like that and then be okay with having all eyes from the vets pointed at you. You gotta
yeah,
really be okay with that. And I just don't think that's gonna happen.
yeah. So next up, making his no, he was on Eris. Making his return is Derek C. Derek has been the underdog. This will be his 7th challenge. He typically flies under the radar, but he has heart. He just made it to the final last season, right? I think he came in
Yeah, I
like
would say
third.
last season and then that All-Star season that they
Yeah.
did before that really showed people who Derek is
And that's
and
why
why
he's
should
getting these calls, because he was like,
yeah, because
when I come
before I
back,
think yeah, I think back in the day, I don't think it was people like gave Derek enough credit, but that last All Star season he did, and then the last season 40, Derek showed up. He was ready. He was great. He was great.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, so if they smart, I mean, don't get rid of him too soon. But
I'm not saying get rid of him. I don't want Derek to get, no. I like Derek, but I'm saying if I was a rookie, you need to be looking at these things. Hopefully,
yeah,
people have been watching the show and not just
yeah,
showing up from wherever they showing up from and don't know who the people are and underestimating people because yeah, that's how they win.
yeah,
You underestimate them and then Derek wins.
yeah.
And because he's a great player.
To pull a page out of Westbook, email, hit at everybody on Instagram, be like, hey,
Formula Lion.
But next up, we have Derek K. He's back. We know last season he took a painful L to Corey. Um, because he was injured. But I think Derek, I don't know. I feel like he's here for the love of the game, but I don't know if he's a competitor, but it's just, I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't think he's as much of a competitor as he used to be. I think he's starting to fall into like that Darrell camp where, yes, y'all was competitors back in the day, but right now it's not really showing that. I mean, I think has a better track record than Darrell as far
Has
as
Derek
like,
ever won? I don't think has he ever won?
no, I
I
think
think he's almost won, but he's never won, right? And I'm very surprised by that because
no,
he's
he
like
has 3 wins, I think.
he has one. Okay, I'm like I feel like he should have won.
Yeah. Let me double check real quick. But this is his 15th season. But like I said, it's just something, with some of these older players that they haven't really. Yeah, he won 3: the Inferno 3,
Okay,
Island, and Ruins.
the
But
island. Oh, okay,
yeah, I think he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I just feel
yeah,
like this is a different caliber than what they're used to, and they're still trying to like maintain that. But always happy to see Derek K.
yeah. I really like Derek K.
So the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. After a controversial pop the balloon, Um,
That-
we'll see where he's at, but he has the most wins I think in challenge history at 7. Um,
Mhm.
he is known for his political dominance and his strategic relationships, and I think now if they are playing individual, him and Leroy are able to work together again, and by them being each other number ones, I mean at this point I see them being like the driving. Well, I mean, Bananas is always the driving force of the house, so it's always usually him versus the other side of the house. So I wonder who that's going to be this season. So
Yeah, it's more like you said, Bananas and Leroy saying decision, then CT just gonna be like he don't care. He don't care. So he gonna let them do whatever they gonna do. It don't affect him. As long as it don't affect him, he gonna be like, oh.
yeah,
So I I think Bananas I like Bananas way more than I liked him in the peak challenge years, like early 2000, late 2000, 2010s, whatever years those were. So I definitely like him better than then. Um, now I find him more fun than I did then. Then it was just, I don't know.
I don't know if I would say fun. I do definitely think he has a different energy now that he knows he's pretty much the challenge. Like he is
Yeah.
the
It's not as
epitome
like
of
it's more fun. No, I mean it seems more fun I mean, I feel like he was always having fun, but now I don't know how to describe it. Maybe because again, I don't know. I don't know.
he
I
definitely
don't
brings
know.
energy. Like it's a nod to the audience, like a nudge, nudge, wink, wink. He's in. Well, sometimes he.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, he's more aware of us as audience than he was. I feel like then.
Yeah,
Now it's like outside. I know I'm bananas, da da da, and then he was just like just a player on the game, so he's talking to them. But when I see him on the challenge now, it's like he talking to the players, but he also talking to us, the audience.
yeah.
He's more of a
TV personality.
yeah. I don't even know what to describe it as. He's more of a I don't know, like
He's not a competitor anymore. He's TV personality. This is a reality show for Johnny Bananas at this point. Like
he seems more like a producer to me.
he's here to play the game, but this is just him to talk to the camera, make some drama in the house. Like
Yeah,
this is a reality show, not a competition show for Bananas.
yeah, because yeah. So, like I said, I feel like he be having more fun for the love of the game, and then I feel like back in the day he was more like competing. Like I'm gonna win. I still believe he wants to win, but now it's like this. It's also gonna be fun to mess with y'all up in here
Yeah,
because it's a game. So I don't know, but
yeah,
he's always gonna be good for TV and for the challenge.
this is true. So speaking of number ones, we have Leroy, who's apparently officially out of retirement.
Ooh.
Um, this 16th season. He's fan favorite. He's number one in our hearts. Like all. But if he don't pull a Tony and backstab Bananas, I don't think Leroy will ever really stand his own. I
Yeah,
don't think Leroy can because we saw in his last season, which was like 38 or 37, that he was able to dominate the house. Like Leroy was far beyond, the others. But now that he's back, he's been taking a back seat once again. I don't know. Well, we saw with All Stars, he needed Cam to kind of like be his queen in the right spots. But that's I think the problem with Leroy is when he has other people in the house to kind of like support him. I feel like that's when he decides to like not necessarily be lazy, but he doesn't put in the effort. When he's by himself and like we again, like I said, when it was just him and Casey, he was literally dominating the house. He was making all the political moves. Like that was his season to win until it wasn't. But yeah.
yeah.
I love Leroy though.
Yeah, I love Leroy as well. I do, however, like I told you, I wish challengers and people would stop saying they retiring and then they come back like 2 seasons later. It's like
Yeah.
just take a break. You don't even have to announce it because we feel like I was like when they say it was coming back, I was like, okay. No. When he said he was retired, I was like, oh, okay, it's so sad to see Leroy leave. But then he showed up on All Stars, and he was like, oh, actually, he just retired for the main season. Now he back on the main season, so he was literally actually probably only gone for our from our screens for. Was he gone from our screens? Because he went straight to All Stars, right?
No, it was a two. Well, these seasons so back to back. I think it was like a 2 year gap.
Was it? Okay.
So because I
Yeah,
think
so it seemed like
then
Leroy never left, but I like Leroy. But I wish all the challengers do not say you're retiring. It's just because just like Wes is retired from the main season, that's what he says. And so but he was on All Stars, right? Am I tripping?
yeah, West was
Yeah.
on All Stars, but he announced on All Stars that he was retiring. So West hasn't came back yet.
Okay. But he came back to All Stars. Well, he announced retirement after All Stars.
Yeah, during All Stars.
But all these shows, these reality shows are so intermingled now. I'm like, it hasn't been that long since I've seen Rest, but then that was another show. That was Traders,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah, so
been
I get confused.
yeah, Leroy official last season that he said was season 36 Double Agents, which was in 2020. And then he came back in All Stars, which All Stars 3, which was I think 2022.
Yeah, and then he was on Last All Stars with Cam.
No, he came back All Stars 4, which was 2023. So he took 3 years off.
Okay. And
But
he
Leroy said that the main reason he took, which is I get. So I wish, like you said, I wish he didn't say retirement because it wasn't a retirement. He was just done with the franchise. But until because he was still dealing with the whole Camilla situation, and one
mm,
Lynch put product policies and procedures in place for that, which is why he said he was comfortable coming back. So
oh yeah.
he used the word retirement loosely. Um, so yeah, like I said, I wish, like you said, I wish they don't use the word retirement if they, especially coming back. So
Because
yeah,
I was like, Leroy's retiring. I was like, oh, this is so sad. It's a goodbye episode. And then I believe they did like a goodbye tribute
yeah,
thing.
mhm.
And so then when I saw him on All Stars, I was like, Leroy's back. Didn't we just have a tribute episode last season?
Yeah,
So, but I mean, like I said, I don't want him to retire. I'm glad he's back.
yeah,
But I wish everybody would stop saying they're retired if they coming back.
yeah. So next up, we have my girl Michaela. This is her third season. She's from Survivor originally. I think she learned from her mistake.
Mm.
Her rookie season, she learned not to take notes and give it to people. I do
But
think
yeah,
when she came back for USA, which I think they should have kept going with that.
but
But
USA seasons.
yeah, when she came back for that, she really locked in and was like, "Look here, we're not doing none of this no more." I think she was like politically in the front. So I think she would be a key player. But again, if it's an individual challenge, I think she would kind of rely on some of her survivor camp people to kind of help and kind of start a survivor alliance again, I guess, and kind of, you know, navigate because she hasn't played with some of these other names. Like I believe she hasn't played with Bananas, or maybe she has played with Bananas because they was in USA two together.
Yeah, I think she
But
played. Yeah.
some of these other players she hasn't played with, so she's kind of still a rookie to them. Um,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think I think people automatically associate vet with OG because I know I do.
yeah,
And so when I saw Michaela as a vet, I was like, a vet? Because back, I feel like
you
a
got to at least
while
do two or three,
you had
or
to
I
do
guess you
like two
get
or
three or four
three,
seasons.
four seasons to be a vet. But now, if you ever been on a season, you are considered a vet.
Yeah,
So I was like surprised when they put Michaela as a vet, but vet doesn't mean OG. So
yeah,
I get that. I like Michaela. She definitely needs to expand her social game. I think she is a good like mental player, like for like the puzzles and things like that. But socially, I don't think she has as many alliances. She don't know a lot of these people. She hasn't been on as many seasons, so they don't know her.
yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna have to.
And then in the final, that was the one with the ATVs, I believe. She did she lose because she got hurt, or she was just out of stamina?
I don't even remember. Is when which season was
That's
that?
when they ended up having ATVs riding through, and some of them couldn't ride it. But yeah, I do think Michaela. Hopefully, she's been trained as it was a stamina thing. So yeah, I think she overall good player. I think she just gotta. I think sometimes she could possibly rub people the wrong way.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to say it's not that she thinks she's the smartest in the room, but she kind of has that. I don't want to say condescending. I don't know how to describe it, but like, you know, she comes off very like not you're beneath me. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, hopefully she plays a good social game and build those relationships, especially if she's going to be coming back. Also, I don't like that these vets are taking time off. Like, y'all can't be skipping 3 or 4 seasons. Like, be like, you know, some of these other vets. But next up, we have Nani, another fan favorite to some. This is her 14th season. I guess she's like one of the most consistent females in the game. Without a win, she's always close but never there. Always bridesmaid, never the bride type of. Well, let me not say that because that relationship. But yeah, she's known for having the most connections in the house, and nobody ever wants to, throw Nani in. She's best friends with everybody. She's the mother of the house, so I think Nani once again is in a position to play the game. It's just she got to get there, and she got Turbo back in the house, so maybe
Yeah, and they friends again. Nani is always in a good position, especially in the ones that don't have nothing to do with new people. All
yeah,
the old people, yeah, Nani's always in the best position. She don't really have no enemies. Like Johnny, he know everybody, but then
yeah,
he be having enemies. But Nani know everybody and don't have no enemies that I
yeah.
can think of off the top of my head. So yeah, she's always in a good position in that way. So in the grand scheme of things, it
By
make it,
the people in the house.
huh?
I said she's protected by 3 of the strongest people in the house: Bananas, Leroy, and Turbo.
Yeah, so in the grand scheme of things, people could think it makes it unfair because she don't get thrown in because there's nobody to throw her in
Yeah,
because everybody is her friend. But in this game, there's going to be a lot of new people who don't know her, so that probably will be willing to throw her in. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, Nani has probably the best social game out of everybody that we've just seen.
yeah. Next up, making her well, not return, but we have Naya, who has been consistently on our screen since she's come back. Uh,
Mm,
her sixth challenge. Like I said, she's basically the comeback queen. She started her challenge career very controversial. Um,
mm,
Now she's, I wouldn't say beloved, but she's good. She shows
mm.
growth, 30. She's still a wild card, I think, but I think for the most part, the thing with her is I think she doubts herself a lot of the times, which ends up putting her in bad position. Well, not necessarily bad position, but I think that's her main thing. She gets in her own way.
Yeah. Naya is steadily growing her team, like her alliance, her people, because like you said, she made a comeback. So she was gone for a long time. So when she was gone, so many people came into the game. But now, like kind of slowly, she got people behind her.
Yes, get a call.
And
If you get the
huh?
call, you got people behind you.
Yeah, so she slowly is getting people behind her. And I like Naya. Naya my girl. So yeah, I'm here for Naya being back on the screen and being on the season.
Yeah. Next up, we have, speaking of, I think Olivia has now earned the title vet. She's been
Yeah, for sure.
4 seasons consistently. I am
Yes.
proud that she has been able to find her footing in the challenge fandom, because typically a lot of these other shows, minus Big Brother and Survivor, hasn't, definitely Love Island for sure, hasn't been. I think she's the mainstay outside of Theo, and I think it's just really them two, the mainstays.
Or Love Island.
Yeah,
Yeah, because all the other Love Island people don't are not on the show anymore. I
yeah.
can't even think of who else is a Love Island person.
Georgia.
Yeah, so none of those people ended up
Yeah,
coming back, at least in a while. We haven't seen them in a while. So yeah, Olivia is like the most rookiest turned vet rookie of all of them. She really became a vet really quickly because she came back to back to back to back. And each season that she was on there, she wasn't like a background character. She was somebody who was literally in the forefront of the season with drama and everything.
yeah. Makes
Every
good.
season that she was on.
Yep. And she's now, I wouldn't say a power couple, but she is in a couple with Theo. Talking about in a couple. She is.
We've been watching too much Love Island.
Yeah, she is with Theo now, so I'm pretty sure we'll see that relationship in the forefront. And yeah,
Yeah.
and making his return, we have Rogan, who's been gone for a minute. Um,
Yeah.
has three challenges. He's a winner. He's another sneaky player, but he's physically dominant. So
That
this,
he won that US season with CT, right? And Jordan and Tori.
yes,
Yeah, that season that was the season where everybody underestimated Team UK. That
yeah,
was crazy.
that was the season. No, that was the season. I think he was doing a lot of. I think that was that the season they kept putting Jay in, and it was like
No, I think he won the season. I don't remember what the dang on name of the
I
season
felt
was.
like
It
he
was
was
like,
only, no, that was the season him and D won, right?
I don't
Because he
remember.
won. I know he won with other people, but
Yeah, I thought he won the season where UK won. It was him, Jordan, Tori, and CT. And maybe I'm thinking about somebody else.
he won War of the Worlds too, but I think it was
Yeah,
on.
that's something before the World too.
Yeah, it was him. It was him, D, CT, and Jordan.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm excited to see him back, see what he has going on. Um, and we'll see because he's been removed. But I guess they're trying to bring more foreign players back into the fold. So we'll... next up, speaking of foreigners, we have Theo. Theo was this is his fifth challenge. He is one of the most well, he was the fastest and like physically fit competitor. Not so much now, but for what he's been doing, I think he still has the game, but I think he's been distracted in the later seasons, so yeah.
Yeah, Theo. Um, I love Theo. I love him from Love Island, and I love him from the challenge. He and then him and Olivia have never been together while they're on the challenge, have they?
No, they
Like
just
full
started
couple.
last season and then
Okay, okay.
or
So I'm
during the
interested.
season that they
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they play being on the season and being together because, like, if they bring their alliances together, because that can create a whole different
yeah,
dynamic in the house too with each of their alliance. I think Olivia has more alliances than him
yeah.
to
And
bring to
also
the table.
different people that they're kind of protecting. Because
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Ara played together on
Hmm.
the team if they were in the same. I think they were in the same house together last season, but I think they were on opposite sides.
Hmm.
But Theo is, I mean, he's not tied to Carl, but they have this understanding, that they
Yeah,
would, you know, say each other. But
yeah.
next we have Turbo. He's back. I don't know how he's going to act in this house. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on the couch sleep while everybody
Yeah,
is.
he did okay last season. He didn't do anything too bad last season.
Yeah, but he like the only way he can stay out of trouble is that they put him in a corner and be like, "You
Yeah,
stay."
he tried. He'd be like, "I'm see, he'll stay to himself."
And see, he
So
don't sleep in the main room this season because that rubbed some feathers last season.
yeah.
All stars. So
But Turbo's always a good like physical competitor. So
yeah,
that's not even a question.
yeah. Hopefully he don't bite somebody head off this season.
Mm-mm.
So next up, we're going. Do you want
Are
to?
the new threats like unknown people, or are they from other shows?
They're from other shows.
Go through. I don't know these people.
So with the new threats, we have Adrian. She's from Married at First Sight UK. I don't know how that's going to play into the challenge house, but she was married at first sight.
Okay, is this the first Married at First Sight people?
Hmm.
First time married? Okay, yeah. I'm like, I didn't know. I have never
Yeah, a
heard
lot
Married
of the
at First
new
Sight
threads
being on the show.
are from obscure shows. Some of them are from like the main shows, but I guess we can just go through them real quick. Um,
Okay,
Next up, we have America. She was from Big Brother. Um,
okay,
she
okay.
made
Big Brother US.
yeah, she was on Big Brother 25. She had a showmance with Corey. Um, she was, I think, good at puzzles and stuff like that. So we'll see how she goes. Next up, we have Ben. He's supposedly a boxer. This physique doesn't give boxer.
I'm
So
about to say, why you say supposedly? Why would you say supposedly?
this doesn't give boxer, but he's
Is
a
he from a show?
no, he's a boxer.
Oh, oh, okay, okay, okay. I thought he was
Yeah,
from somewhere.
no. Next up, we have Blue.
Huh?
She's also from Big Brother.
Big Brother. Yes, I know. I've seen Blue.
So she comes in with a already somewhat alliance with America. They both were on the same season together,
Mhm.
so she already has that. Um, I believe she was pretty outspoken and unapologetic. So I think she would have like that love or hate dynamic. Another Big Brother player, Cedric. He was on Big Brother 26. I don't watch really Big Brothers.
I watched Big Brother, but I don't remember. These pictures may not be like what I'm remembering them as.
Yeah,
So I probably got to look them up on like outside of these pictures because I'm like, who?
yeah. I think he. I don't want to say he was an early out. Maybe I don't know. But next up, we have a Survivor player, D. They were on Survivor 45 and Survivor 50, fan favorite and a finalist. From what I've researched, they were balanced with the gameplay, so they had good social and physical prowess. So hopefully they do good. So we'll see you in the house, D. Next up is Gabe. He's supposed to be a WWE wrestler, or he's a former wrestler.
Oh,
So far, what we know, wrestlers haven't been really doing good in the challenge. So we'll see. I don't really
who
know.
else was a wrestler in the challenge?
Leo
Oh,
or
okay, yes, yes, yes. I remember. I remember. I remember.
what?
Okay.
That was the same season Michi was on. Next up, we have Izzy. She is from Too Hot to Handle. Um,
Mhm.
when it comes to flirtation, I'm pretty sure she'll get into a show. Well, I'm not pretty sure. She might get into a showman's. And we'll see what she got. She looks pretty athletic and fit. Fit. Look at those arms. So I'm excited to see. We have Jake from Love Island.
Yeah.
It's the
I
wrong
remember Jay.
choice to pick if you want to pick somebody from Love Island, but
Yeah, I remember Jay.
yeah, I don't really have too much to say about him. So next up, we have Justin. He is from the show Cheer. Um, I don't know too much from him outside of he's an athlete and he has I'm pretty sure because he's cheer he has gymnastics and stunts like performances. So I'm pretty sure when it comes to like heights and speed and all that good stuff, he might be agile. But like I said, I think he might have a nice little camaraderie with Derek. I can see them kind of partnering up and kind of, doing it for the gays and whatnot. Um, and really, showing, that the scrawny people got it too.
Okay, Justin. I did watch Cheer, but it was a long time ago, so I don't really remember that many people from Cheer besides like if we talk about Cheer on Netflix, like Gabby and Morgan and Ladarius. That's the only people I remember.
I never saw it, so.
Oh, really? It was
Yeah.
great.
So next up we have Leica, I believe. Uh,
Mm.
she's from Canada's Ultimate Challenge. So that was all about endurance games and all that good stuff. So I
What's it
think
called?
you said what?
What's the name of the show?
Canada's Ultimate Challenge.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
So I'm guessing it's like an American Ninja Warrior, that
Mm.
type of setup. So I mean, depending, it typically can translate into the challenge, but yeah, but we'll see how that goes. Next up, we have Leo from Love
Oh,
Island. He was
Leo.
the
Okay.
winner of Love Island. I think they subbed him
No, he
in.
didn't win. He didn't win.
Him and Cassie, didn't they win? No, him. He came in second place. Hannah and Marco won that season,
Hannah and Marco won. Hannah and Marco won.
which they're now engaged. So congratulations to them.
Mhm.
But Leo, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he'll give. I guess because everybody in Love Island work out, but you know,
We'll see. I mean, we got Olivia out of it. Who else on Love Island? Love Island has some good competitors. A lot of them just never came back. Like I think
but
Cinco
also I
went.
feel like they called the wrong Love Islanders too. Like I'm not sure why they haven't called Josh yet.
Josh.
Um, he was on the same season as Cam and not Cam, Cash and Cinco. He was the one who had to leave early because of
Oh, the one that was with Shannon?
yeah.
That Josh? Okay, I'm trying to remember.
I
Yes,
don't know why
okay.
they called him. I don't know why they haven't called Cinco back.
Yeah,
Cash,
so a lot of people they just didn't call back.
yeah,
But I mean they called Justine back, came back a couple times. Like twice, I think.
yeah. She did USA two. No, she did three
Yeah,
seasons.
Justine did a couple. They just I mean, we just haven't seen a lot of Love Island since then.
Next we have Sydney. She is from Survivor 41. She played a low key game from what I've read, but it was effective. She was a underrated player, so I think she kind of surprised a lot of people from what I saw. But yeah, so I think she might be a sleeper. I
Mhm.
don't I don't like how she's turned in this picture.
She's
Um,
you know, like I always, I literally think they should have just made them stand like they usually do in like
yeah.
a tough pose.
Yeah, or like how they do like the basketball pictures with the ball on fire or something to
Oh
give
yeah, what were
like
they supposed to hold?
I'm just saying like they got them jumping up like they running over like they did track stars like that where they have them jumping over the if they gonna have them jump and run or something at least give it like
Mm.
give them like something have them hold a weight have them hold a challenge branded dumbbell or something like something But yeah, next up, she looked like she was surprised with this picture. Her name or their name is Tay, Big Brother Australia 15. Um,
I've seen Big Brother Australia. I don't know.
from what I saw, she was or they were known for clashing with their housemates and always speaking their mind. So I think is this the first? I mean, Canada is technically international too, but I think as far as like Australia, this is the first Big Brother Australia player, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember. I think so. I don't think I ever watched Big Brother Australia, and I
So,
watch UK and I watch Canada. I don't think I've seen Big Brother Australia.
so I think she's going to be a Spitfire. So I think she might be a mix of drama and just like I want to say calling people out. So I think she's gonna butt heads with a lot of people, but hopefully
Hmm.
back it up. Next up, we have Will from Are You the One season 9. Um,
You don't have to talk.
yeah, I think he was just known for a couple of red flags, quick temper, a lot of hookups. So I think
We
he's
haven't had
there
RU1
just
players in a while. I mean, obviously the most notable RU1 player is Cam.
yeah, and
Um,
Devin.
oh yeah, yeah, Cam and
But he's so
Devin.
far removed from Are You the One now that
Yeah,
they're
I mean both of them, both of them.
yeah.
But I was real like I was tuned in for Cam's season of Are You the One. So like I do remember her being on Are You the One. Devin, I don't remember as much. I don't think I was as tuned in yet on Are You the One when he had
Tori is
his.
Are You the One too.
Oh yeah, completely disassociated from Are You the One.
And lastly, we have Urimi. He is from Big Bro. No, he's from The Amazing Race. So they love not pulling from The Amazing Race. So I think he's
You
like
said
what the
not
fourth.
pulling from the eraser, right? You
Yeah,
said
I think
not
he's like
pulling.
the only the fourth player from The Amazing Race to be on the
Yes,
show.
but and then they always put them on there by themselves and trash them and get them
Prime
kicked
example
off.
right here.
Like, why would you put one amazing race person? They're like, oh, let's get him out, even though
I
you don't
mean,
know
when
his
they
other
did
people
put
either.
three, they literally put them on all got rid of like right after each other. So
Because don't nobody knows them. The amazing race, yeah. Like
So I
they
mean,
don't know stuff.
he looks physically fit. I mean, to do the razor race, you got to have endurance. So and you got to be able to work under pressure and stuff like that. So he might be
Mm.
resourceful. I don't see him. I don't know. I don't see him being a statement piece. But
We
I
never
do like.
know. These are new threats. They
Yeah, that's
could,
what I'm saying. None of the
yeah.
new threats I don't really see being like mainstays just yet. I guess we'll have to see the pilot, or not the pilot, the first episode
First
to kind
episode.
of, dictate whether they're going to be mainstays. But just based off some of them, I'm not really seeing some longevity.
Yeah. We don't. I will see. I like a lot of the people for the new threats. I don't. I'm not as familiar with them. We know the vets. But we're gonna see. I'm hoping the new threats bring it. They had to. Hopefully, the producers know what they're doing and pick some good people. And Lord, don't let this be like season 39, which is like was like the worst season. Um, we need a good season.
I
Come
mean,
on.
40 started good and then 40 went down. Who won 40? Jordan?
40 went down because,
Of all that
the
water.
the
No, that was all. No,
40
40
went
was
down
the
because Era 1 got out so quick that it was
then we
like,
had two
hey,
winners. We got three winners for 40.
yeah, it was just I don't know, the formula wasn't off. They didn't have the right format that was happening because like I understand the the way that they did the challenges, the way they broke them up. I don't know. I don't know. But this season I'm hoping it's a good format. I hope it's individual or
It
yeah, I hope
said
it's
verses in it, so I'm assuming that it's individual.
I hope it's individual. And I will also like the voting process like that, like I always say, the ones whatever season that was where you got picked based off like one person go and then they choose the next person next to them, and then the next person go and choose, and whoever's left is the person that goes in. I liked that. I think
I
they
want
did that.
them to do what they did for, I think, was the Spies, Lies, and Allies or whatever, where everybody goes into a room, they choose their vote, and then only the winners see who, or everybody casts a secret vote. We see who the vote is, the winners choose. Or however that one went. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Because then they
The
on
room
the
read.
aftermath or whatever,
Mm,
the aftermath, whatever Devin was filming on YouTube, they would show us who voted what way and everything.
yeah.
That type of stuff I want to see.
Yeah, I want
Because I know
some
when
good
people do it in
competition.
public, they try to
They chicken out.
yeah. I need y'all to do it in private and think y'all slick.
Yeah.
But yeah, this should
Well,
be an interesting season. We have a little over a month before then to,
mhm.
get ready and gear up for the season.
Yep. So guys, thank you so much for watching our video of our recap and review, watching not recap and review of our review of watch of our review of the new cast members. So we already got our people we rooting for, and I hope the new threads come in like being about the challenge and ready to challenge the vets, please. So yeah, I hope it's a good season. So please leave us a like and a comment below and subscribe, and we'll see you on our next one. Peace.